Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going over the event quest for this week again, which, for this week, there's nothing new. It's the chatacabra hunt for armor spheres, and the Quematrice one for Instrigian Alpha, as well as still having the Deshagama Bahalo challenge quest, which, in case you haven't heard by that way on that one, all you need to get the pendant is to get to A rank, rather than getting on the leaderboards. I guess they decided to do that because of the number of people just straight up cheating. So, since there's no new event quest this week, I figured we would take a look at exactly how quickly you can actually farm armor spheres with chatacabra. And at the very end, we'll take a little look at what's coming up next week. So, first things first, the armor spheres that you can get out of this quest are hard armor spheres and advanced armor spheres, skewing heavily towards advanced. Total number of kills that I got in this video that are speeded up by 400% is 7. Over the course of the whole hunt, I managed to get 30 advanced armor spheres, as well as 9 hard armor spheres. And for 7 hunts, that's really not that bad. This ends out adding up to about 4 upgrades exactly. Well, I say about, but it literally landed as 4 on the dot, which I'm not really sure exactly how I got lucky enough to have that happen, because I decided to do halfway up and then calculate it from there. Now, I have pretty decent gear. Not completely maxed out, but pretty decent gear, decent little setup, and I have probably hunt chatacabra more than any other monster in the game just because of the videos that I've made. So I've got quite a bit of experience cornering him down in that little hollow, and tempered's not that different. So my average kill speed, it was a little bit less than 3 minutes, but just for the sake of simple math, I rounded it up to 3. So average kill speed was about 3 minutes, which meant time to get 1 piece of armor to level 4 was 21 minutes. So we can assume if I keep getting armor spheres at the same rate that I was getting them at, which on a good hunt, I would get 2 hard and around 4 to 6 advanced. Most hunts I never got fewer than 4 to 6 advanced, but there was one where I had just 2 or 3, which was the very first one. But I never got less than 1 hard armor sphere. So we can assume it stays pretty consistent, with occasionally getting a little bit more, occasionally getting a little bit less, and everything averaging out pretty well. So each piece of armor that's rarity 8 takes 5,000 points to go up to the next level. Take about 42 minutes to max out. So if your kill speed is about the same as mine, it'll take you about 3.5 hours to max out a full set of gear, which is not that terrible. I'm not sure what the other methods are for farming armor spheres. I'm sure that someone has something faster. This is the most obvious one that I know of, and seems to be the one that a lot of people point towards as the best one to use for farming armor spheres. Which, I mean, if you really think about it, once you get a set, until another update comes out and another monster's armor comes in the game, you generally don't have the meta shift all that much. So it's 3.5 hours to have your fully upgraded defense ready for whatever's come down the pipeline. Not that big a deal. I haven't really done it yet because I've not really felt the need to. I've not felt like anything actually does enough damage to warrant maxing out my gear that much. But with the Arc-Tempered Ray Dow coming out, I'm probably going to spend the time to max the defense out on my current gear set. And maybe try to farm up some extra to throw towards the Zoshia parts, because, to be honest with you, I just like the way it looks. So I plan on testing it out and seeing if I get similar clear times. And if I do, then I'm probably going to switch to wearing Zoshia just for fun. Alright, so the quests we have coming up next week are That Won't Work on Me, which is to make the Sealed Eye Patch Alpha, the Gravios Blockade, which is for grilling items, Daughters of Carabosa, which is for Feline Butterfly Alpha Palico equipment. Not sure how to say Nocturnus, which is for Firestones and other materials for forging equipment. And Craning Out of Control, which is for some more Armor Spheres and Armor Sphere Plus. Now, a couple of these are some of the first ones they're actually introducing that will be for low rank quests, which, you know, it's always fun having at least a couple low rank event quests in the mix. That way people that are just now starting out the game have something to do while the event quests are going on, don't feel left out. I would also imagine, since the festival will be going on, the event quest will probably award the festival item, although I'm not 100% certain how that'll come out, whether it'll just be from your daily or weekly quests or whatever. But the event will be going on, so all the old event quests that have been up will pop up, as well as the following week, it'll still be going on, but we get one more quest, not next week, but the week after. And the quest that comes that week is Arc-Tempered Raydal. So we'll get to make the Raydal Gamma set, which, if you've looked at any of the data mines or the leaked images or just the stuff that they showed in the video for it, it looks like it's going to be a really cool armor set. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I'm looking forward to that fight. And that fight is primarily why I think I'm actually going to farm up some armor spheres, because I suspect it's going to actually be a genuinely difficult fight. I could be wrong, but it does seem like they've slowly been stepping it up. I guess while I'm thinking about it, because I was getting ready to mention how Zoshia was the first monster that really presented any challenge, if you've been having trouble with Zoshia, this is the event going on this week would be the event for you. What's probably happening is your actual defense on your gear is just a little bit low, and so he's hitting you just a bit harder than he has to. I've only upgraded, I don't know, half my pieces, if that, and I find that he's pretty manageable. But I've also got a decent amount of experience, and he doesn't really strike me as fast enough to be a challenge. Raydal, on the other hand, Raydal moves around pretty quickly as it is. It's just right now he just doesn't have the power behind his hits to be too much of a threat most of the time. That's why I think the arc-tempered form of him is actually going to be a pretty significant challenge. I honestly can't comment on tempered Mizutsune yet because I haven't been able to fight it. I just haven't had it pop up in my game, and I'm not going to join in random people's hunts until I've had a chance to fight it on my own and see how I hold up against it. It's a cool fight. I suspect it's every bit as hard as people say it is, but I don't know. I personally don't find Zoshia to be as difficult as people are saying it is. But that could just be that it's one of the first really challenging fights that brand new people to the games are actually experiencing. So, yeah, that could be the problem going on there. Anyway, I'm going to let the rest of the video finish playing out, which is not a whole lot longer. Just remember, everyone, if I can beat it, so can you. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the next video.